Merry Christmas, and welcome to NFL Updates Express, your weekly dose of NFL news. Coming your way, Week 16 predictions. It's a battle for the NFC West division when the Seattle Seahawks take on the Arizona Cardinals. Now the Cardinals, well, it's been a rough year after starting 9-1. They have lost their top two starting quarterbacks, Carson Palmer and now Drew Stanton. Now it's Ryan Lindley along with Logan Thomas that have to carry the load potentially for the rest of the Arizona Cardinals season. The Seahawks, on the other hand, are playing some of their best football and maybe even look better than last year's team at some times. The Seahawks with Russell Wilson have had some spurts of great offense, but that is still a work in progress. Their defense, though, with Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, and the rest of the gang, look just as good as they did last year. The Cardinals, if they have any hope of winning, will need to limit Russell Wilson in the running game and the passing game. The defense will be the biggest key for Arizona, as their offense is probably not primed to put up a lot of points. If Larry Fitz, though, can get going, then I think the Cardinals will be victorious, but I see the Seattle Seahawks coming out on top. Dylan's prediction is the Seattle Seahawks. A great matchup in the NFC South division between the 5-9 Atlanta Falcons and the 6-8 New Orleans Saints. Now, who could have believed at the beginning of this year that this could potentially be for the NFC South crown? Well, that's hard for me to believe. But anyway, the Falcons need this win to stay alive, and so do the Saints. If the Saints lose and the Panthers win, then the Saints are eliminated from playoff contention, and it will be a battle in Week 17 for the crown between the Falcons and the Panthers. But if the Saints win and the Panthers lose, the Saints clinch the division. So this will be a monumental game for both teams. The Saints, though, have not been great at home, as they have lost 4 consecutive games in the Superdome. That's pretty hard to believe. The Falcons, on the other hand, well, they've lost a lot of close games, like they were up 21-0 in Detroit and still found a way to lose. Overall, this will be a tough game with both teams having great offenses and terrible defenses, but I think that the Atlanta Falcons, since the Saints have lost 4 consecutive games at home, will make it 5. Dylan's prediction is the New Orleans Saints. A great matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys, featuring 2 of the NFL's best quarterbacks, Andrew Luck and Tony Romo. Now the Colts, they have been a little shaky. Even though they have played some pretty bad teams and gotten the victory, they have not looked like a Super Bowl caliber team. The Cowboys, on the other hand, well, they looked primed for a December collapse once again, but they were able to overcome the Philadelphia Eagles and take first place in the NFC East division. Overall in this game, it will all hinge on the return of DeMarco Murray after he had surgery on his left hand, and now he'll be looking to return in this game. Overall in this game, I think it's whoever doesn't turn the football over, and the Colts have had issues with that, but we all know how Romo does that as well. This will be a tough game, but I think that the Indianapolis Colts are able to get the victory. Dylan's prediction is the Indianapolis Colts. It's a great matchup on Monday Night Football between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, the Peyton Manning, he's a little bit dinged up, but I think that it'll be okay if his offensive line is able to make some great blocks. Overall, the Cincinnati Bengals will need to get going early if they want any chance of beating the Denver Broncos. This is a popular upset pick, but I don't know if the Bengals can do it, as they have not been able to win in primetime yet. Overall, with Jeremy Hill and AJ Green, they should put up a great fight. But with Peyton Manning and their dynamic offense, along with an improved defense and running game, then I think that the Denver Broncos will be able to come out on top. Dylan's prediction is the Denver Broncos. One of the 2 special Christmas Day games, even though it's not Christmas, it's close to it, so this is what you get. The Eagles and the Redskins. It's a pretty great game, even though the Redskins' record doesn't show that, but RG3 is getting to suit up, and also Mark Sanchez and their dynamic offense. Overall in this game, it will be tough for me to predict, but I think that the Eagles come out on top. Dylan's prediction is the Philadelphia Eagles. The nighttime game at Levi Stadium features the 49ers and the Chargers. With the 49ers eliminated from playoff contention and the Chargers still fighting for one of those wildcard spots, then I think that the Chargers, even with Phillip Rivers' back injury and Keenan Allen out for the season, I think the Chargers will find a way to win. Dylan's prediction is the San Diego Chargers. Blake Bortles, Sindaric Marks, Aaron Colvin, and Mercedes Lewis all made a huge impact in the Jaguars' 21-13 win over the Tennessee Titans. The Titans are probably actually happy that they lost because they are that much closer to the number 1 overall pick in the 2015 NFL Draft. The Jaguars, on the other hand, get a win so that they can build for the future and compete for next year. Overall, it was a great game by both teams, but the Jags came out on top. 2 more weeks in the NFL season already? Wow. Anyway, here's the score for Week 15. It's the Cardinals over the Rams, 12-6. The Steelers over the Falcons, 27-20. The Giants over the Redskins, 24-13. The Patriots over the Dolphins, 41-13. The Chiefs over the Raiders, 31-13. The Colts over the Texans, 17-10. The Bengals over the Browns, 30-0. The Ravens over the Jaguars, 20-12. The Bills over the Packers, 21-13. The Panthers over the Buccaneers, 19-17. The Jets over the Titans, 16-11. The Broncos over the Chargers, 22-10. The Lions over the Vikings, 16-14. The Seahawks over the 49ers, 17-7. The Cowboys over the Eagles, 38-27. And the Saints over the Bears, 31-15. The game of the week was Cowboys versus Eagles. The upset of the week was Packers versus Bills. My prediction record for this week was 15-1. Dylan's prediction record for this week was 12-4. My prediction record for the entire year is 134-85-1. Dylan's prediction record for the entire year is 146-73-1.